everyone, welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV for a new episode of Round the Corner. Chelsea travel away to West Ham in what's our third away fixture this season. So far it's 2 out of 2, it's an 100% record, so can we extend our records away from home? We will find out. Saturday, 12:30 kickoff. We go there once again with a new manager like we did last season towards the start and hoping to get some points. It didn't quite go our way last year with 3-1 defeat. Carney Chukwuemeka being the only one on the score sheet for us and getting injured shortly after. So yeah, bad memories with that game, but hopefully we can turn it around. Tough place for us to go, the London Stadium, but hopefully we can get there with some confidence. Yes, coming off the back of a 1-0 win against Bournemouth, which some will say smash and grab, not convincing, but a win's a win, and it still gives us confidence to go into this one and try and get something out of it. But before we talk about the game, guys, and the lineup we might expect to see and all of that, I'm going to shout out our channel sponsors, guys. Foco, if you haven't heard already, are a great site where you can find lots of football related things, and Chelsea specifically, of course. They've got mugs, they've got shirts, decorations, puzzles, sliders, literally anything you can think of. And the good news for you is you can get yourself a 15% discount by using our code cfctvyt at checkout. And if you'd like to see some of the stuff that they sell on there, then head over to our Instagram page. Alex did an unboxing there, so he's showing you some of the stuff that they've got on their site. Make sure you check them out, get your goods, and yes, enjoy the video. So, West Ham then, they are like us, starting with a new manager. It's no secret to anyone that they were also coming towards the end of their affinity with Moyes, and while he left some good memories, yeah, it was time for him to move on. They did their own shopping during the transfer window, spent themselves some money. They made some good additions, you know, particularly to their front line, and I think that that's going to be a pretty good, weapon, if I must say, because Chelsea, one thing we've learned about us this season is our defence will leak chances. We've not been alert too much. We have let opposition have a lot of the ball, and if they can finish and capitalise, then they will score against us. Bournemouth just simply didn't have the quality up front in that game to score, but they could have put maybe 2, 3, 4 away even in that first half. So combined with praise for Robert Sanchez and the fact that they didn't finish their chances, they didn't score against us. But West Ham, if we give them those opportunities, they will punish us. But yeah, last season, very high scoring, above, among the two games, you're looking at about 8 goals, I believe. 9 goals, I think, if my math is correct, across both goals. So very high scoring, lots of goals. We obviously won 5-0, very big win at Stamford Bridge, which was great revenge for that first defeat. But different times now, and I think we're going to have to go away there and make a real statement by winning, and hopefully convincingly. For me right now, more than ever, points on the board are so important. Of course I want our players to click, of course I want Maresca to kind of, you know, stamp on this team with his playing style and his identity, but I just want us to win, and that's why I particularly didn't really have a problem with the Bournemouth game. Yeah, we can't make this a sustainable thing moving forwards where we're just relying on these smash and grabs to get us points, but sometimes you need luck in football, and particularly when officiating is really against you as well, you need luck. We needed that. So yeah, I just want us to be able to get the 3 points on Saturday and hopefully build from there, because we've seen a lot of positives as well. There's many improvements across the pitch, which is great to see that we're moving in the right direction. We bought and reinforced our front line equally so much in the summer transfer window, and our deadline day signing Jadon Sancho, who won himself man of the match last game, should potentially be getting a start, is the question. And I think, you know, what we saw, it definitely warrants him a start. But then you look at the pitch and you think, we have now got so many players that have solidified their kind of spot. You know, someone like Cole Palmer, who it goes without saying why he should be starting. You look at Noni Madueke, who's been scoring goals for fun this season and has looked very comfortable. He backs himself. He knows exactly what he can do. And Enzo Maresca believes in him. So how do you drop a player like that? And he brings him off now as well earlier to save him, you know, to kind of protect his fitness too. That says something. It speaks a lot. And I think that Madueke out on that right hand side with Cole Palmer and that attacking midfield role behind him is very effective. I think that's partly why when Pedro Neto was on the left, it seemed that he was quite isolated. I don't think it was because Neto was poor. I think he just simply was not receiving the ball at all. Everything was coming down the right hand side. That's why sometimes we saw him drift into those central areas to try and get himself some time on the ball. But I'd still start Neto in this game, guys, because I think that he is someone that's got a lot of pace, and I think that he is, you know, quick on his feet. West Ham have a lot of height and a lot of physicality in their team, particularly at the back, and I think you need someone that's quick feet that can kind of, you know, dribble well, carry the ball well, beat his man, and hopefully it leads to a cross, a shot, and hopefully a goal. But I think that you don't discourage it, because it's not that Neto's necessarily been poor for us. I don't think that's the case at all. I think he's got so much to show, and you know, he arrived a little bit earlier than the others. So yeah, do you keep it the same is my question really. And then you've got Nicholas Jackson, who has been, you know, he's been scoring, or he scored against West Ham last season, didn't he, at home, and I think he's been someone that's slowly trying to get better too. I think with the conversion rate, I still have my question marks, but then again, I'm open and I'm fully behind Nicholas Jackson to get better, and the only way he does is by getting game time. So I think, you know, again, he's going to start. Some may argue, excuse me, some may argue that Nkunku deserves to start. He got our match winner, didn't he, against Bournemouth? And not only that, he's been coming on in many games last season and scoring us goals. Not bailing us out, because when he has, it's been almost too late for him to have some sort of impact because the game's already lost. But he's basically the reason we qualified for the Conference League as well. Nearly says Europa there. And again, you look at him and you think that is a player that was brought in to be a first teamer. But whether Maresca's protecting him and whether he sees him as perhaps a weapon off the bench, I guess is something that maybe is a strength, and something that helps us win games late potentially, or if we need bailing out, he can come on and do. But I would like to see Nkunku in a starting lineup, but then that means that you kind of question, does he start as a false nine? And I'm not too happy about that. I'm not too open to that either. Then you look, you know, we've got players like Joao Felix as well, who have just arrived. So there's a lot to choose from, but I think that Maresca will stick with the kind of the Palmer, Madueke, Neto, Jackson kind of front line, purely because I think that he's still trying to push that a little bit more and see how they can kind of gel. There's obviously some strong relationships building there, chemistry, and in order to encourage that and kind of replicate it moving forward, you continue it on. In terms of my midfield, I think Enzo, I'm filming this before the Enzo's presser, but I think Enzo Fernandez potentially could be out again, and if he is, then that means that we probably see Vega again alongside Caicedo there in midfield. And I think that Vega is quite good in terms of his physique and his, you know, he's a tall guy, he's a very big build, and I think that his body sort of, you know, alongside Caicedo could be quite a strength. Like I said, West Ham have a lot of physicality in their side, and I think that that could be quite useful. Because again, Cucurella probably occupies the left-hand side, and we probably see the same back line. I mean, it's difficult because there were worrying stuff about the back line, but we know that whatever combination you choose, there are problems. Wesley Fofana and Cole have been working in a close partnership. I think, again, purely for chemistry reasons, you continue that on. And then we know that our right back, if Malagusto is not available, and I'm really, really praying that somehow he is, then we might have to see Sassy there again, and I scrunch my face for that, because I just don't think that Disassy's comfortable there. He shows it every time he plays as a right back. He shows exactly that he's not a right back. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. What lineup would you go for? Let me know some score predictions as well. How confident are you going into this game, and can we get something out of it? I really want those 3 points. I really, really do. Hopefully we can get them on the board and take away a little bit of a pride and have a little bit of a streak going here, because our results as well have still been quite up and down. We can't really get a winning streak going. Hopefully though, this is the start of it. But guys, subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV if you haven't done so already. Check out my personal channel as well, Nina's Chelsea Corner. Make sure you're subscribed, make sure you've hit the thumbs up on this video, and I will see you in the next one. Up the Chelsea.